gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Jay and Will Show. I told y'all I was going to have y'all wait long for another episode, so when you hear me say something, believe me. Once again, I go by Jay, and I have the other half of the Jay and Will Show, bro, Will with me. What's going on, Will?
What up? Chilling.
And we are honored again to have two special guests with us. Once again, they were kind enough to join us for our last episode, and they were so great. It was like, we got to bring them back for another one. So, once again, Darryl, welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you. What's going on, bro?
Man, I was able to be here. You know, it's a pleasure and an honor to be on the show.
Ah, man, you too kind, man. You're too kind. And once again, the reason why we are here, I'm always going to introduce him last. My guy, conglomerate owner, Relle, with the Penny Hardaway throwback. What's going on, bro?
Underrated, by the way. Pretty good, man. Pretty good, man. Ready to get this thing popping.
Yes, sir. So as I say every time we start a new pod, as always, guys, you see it on the screen that you're watching on. There's a like button, a thumbs up button. You need to click that thumbs up button. You'll also see in red font the word subscribe. You need to click on that subscribe button as well. Keep this thing going, man. Get notified. You see that bell next to the word subscribe? Click that notification bell. What that does, whenever we drop another episode of whether it's us, whether it's Seat at the Table, whether it's Relle Talk, whatever new-ish we have on the channel, you press the notification bell, you will be notified as soon as it uploads. So be the first to watch it, comment, like, and subscribe. Please, please, please. We appreciate the support and keep it going, man. So this episode is going to be all basketball. We're talking basketball today, ladies and gentlemen. The first thing we wanted to do real quick is take some time to show some love to the NCAA for the two tournaments that just recently took place. I will start out by saying that I don't know how they pulled it off, but to have all the teams be in one city throughout the entire thing was a remarkable feat. Obviously, it kind of got off to a rocky start with the women because we saw what they didn't have. We had a young lady play for the Oregon basketball team, videotape what they had as a workout room, which was like a preschool playground. So that kind of went viral, and as a result of that, they kind of had to show, hey, we should probably invest in. I don't understand why they would, but that's a separate podcast. So they got that taken care of. But outside of that, man, NCAA, I'll give them credit. They don't pay nobody, but they pull off an incredible feat and getting these two tournaments off the ground. So on the men's, we actually had Baylor, which is still crazy for me to say, but Baylor out of Waco pulling the whole thing off, man, winning a championship, beating the undefeated Gonzaga team, which it was unbelievable to see how they pulled that off, man, just to see the way that they dominated Gonzaga, who had essentially dominated everybody else throughout the tournament except for the UCLA game.
Exactly.
So it was fun to see them kind of turn that whole thing on its ear, because I think a lot of people, Will was right in our discussion we had offline. But a lot of people, I think, after seeing Gonzaga take care of UCLA, felt like they were on the fast track to get to the championship. But to see Baylor kind of step in front of them and handle their business was fun. So Relle and Darryl, I'm not sure if you guys looked at it at all, or I'm sure you followed it and know who won. But just overall thoughts on the men's side. Were you surprised to see Baylor win? Did you feel like they were going to win it? And just general thoughts. I'll start with Relle.
Man, when Gonzaga went, I guess it was kind of like the same feeling back when was it 2007 when the Patriots went undefeated and got to the Super Bowl or whatever. I kind of had that same feeling, man. In the way Gonzaga was going through people, you were thinking like, oh yeah, this might be the one team that goes undefeated since it was like 1976 or something like that. I think Alabama, Indiana, And so I was like, yeah, I could probably see it But I remember they were talking about Baylor and Gonzaga were supposed to play during the regular season, but it ended up getting canceled due to Baylor and the whole COVID thing or whatever. So Gonzaga really didn't get a chance to kind of look at them and get a taste of them to kind of prepare for them in the championship or whatever. Yeah. And so, yeah, it kind of shocked me, man. I was happy that somebody from Texas won, man, I guess. But, yeah, I thought that Gonzaga was going to finish it out, man. That's got to be heartbreaking when you do all that to get to that point and then you don't finish it. Yeah. But it was a good game, man. It was a good game because they were trying to have a little run back. Tried to kind of storm back a little bit, but then Baylor was like, nah, we got it.
Baylor wasn't having it.
Yeah, Baylor was not having it, man. That team, bro, the way they switched, athletic, strong, just length all over the floor, man.
Yeah. They can shoot the ball, bro.
Yeah. The way they switch, man, is crazy because you switch into the exact same type of player when you walk off. It's just like there's no relief anywhere, bro. It's just it's crazy. I never seen a team built like that, man. It's crazy. Kind of, if you think about it a little, not to a degree, but it kind of reminds me of that Virginia team that won. Was it last year or a couple years ago?
A couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah, a couple years ago. They had like length like that all over the floor, whatever. So, congratulations to Baylor, man.
If they would have played last year, it would have been Florida State.
I still can't believe Baylor won, bro. Darryl, what are your thoughts, man? How you feel?
Man, I for one love college basketball, so just giving the opportunity to watch that.
Right.
I want to shout out some other teams. You know, I want to shout out to Arkansas Razorbacks. They did a heck of a job too.
They did.
All Roberts in the early part, they did a heck of a job. I mean, there's some teams that just came from out of nowhere. I applaud UCLA for getting to that point being 11.
UNT.
Yeah.
Abilene Christian.
Oh, yeah, Abilene. Sorry, Abilene.
Abilene did that thing too, man. So, you know, this was an interesting thing, man. Like, I think Vital is the one that made these statements for Baker. Gonzaga wasn't ready for them dogs.
Yeah, them dogs, boy.
They were not ready. I mean, Jalen Sturridge tried his best. He did his best.
Yeah.
Mitchell and the rest of them dogs by there, they weren't ready for the dogs. They started that game from start to finish. Dominated through. And I was impressed. I was impressed by Baylor and their team. The majority of that team is people that started off on other teams.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of those guys were on other teams, not in the roles that they were in. And they came together and shout out to their coach for bringing their team together.
Scott Drew,
Scott Drew.
Scott Drew did a heck of a job with their team, putting the team together. You know, and then with that, like Relle said, that length, that size, and just that grit that they had and that shooting, man, they shoot lights out. And that was an impressive win.
Well, what you got, man? I say you for best of last, so he was right. I'll give you the opportunity to go for a little bit.
Because so for those probably wondering what he's talking about, after that UCLA game, I told him that Baylor's going to win because I don't see Gonzaga having enough in the tank to match up with Baylor. And then you can see that as soon as the tip ball, like Baylor came out with up, what was it, 9? With up 9-0. Yeah, real quick. And at that point, it's like, I was telling my wife, it's like, if they end up hitting 20 early, like go up 20, like it ain't no coming back at that point. And it was crazy because like they got it up to like 19 multiple times. It didn't break that 20 like in the first half. Yeah, getting to 19. So and then they were able to get it down to like 10 or 9 right at halftime. Yeah. So like they had that chance. But yeah, if they would have got that bad boy up in over 20, they're about to run them out the gym early. But yeah, it was just seeing how Baylor played how Baylor played Houston in the first game for the Final Four. Yeah. So Houston can't shoot, but they can rebound.
Right.
And Baylor was rebounding with them. So Houston was used to getting like most of the rebounds. Yeah. It was like 60% of the rebounds or some insane number because they could out-jump everybody. And then you meet Baylor who can shoot and rebound. And so that game, and that's why that game got ugly, was because Houston wasn't getting those extra shots that they're used to getting because Baylor was just as big and just as athletic. So watching that one, and then how great that Gonzaga UCLA game was, like, yeah. And then they're just not going to have the energy they just wouldn't have it in them to be able to keep up with Baylor. But it was still a good championship. Just see how Baylor came out pushing it, and Gonzaga just hung around trying to make a game out of it, which it did, keeping it down in like the low teens for a good portion of the game. But you could feel like, okay, if they get a stop here or there, they might be able to do something. But then Baylor would get a switch, had Timmy on one of the point guards, and barbecue chicken.
Not happening. Not stopping it
at all. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a great tournament. It was fun, especially like not having a tournament last year. It just you appreciate it that much more this time around after not having it last year. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great, and I guess I gotta give Baylor some credit. Shout out to Baylor. One thing I was interested, like, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this because I don't want to like pour like water on their parade, but I started seeing people saying like, why isn't anybody mentioning what happened at the Bay? Like, I think Jamel Hill had mentioned, like, why aren't they talking about redemption, what happened? I just don't feel like that's fair, man.
Oh, like, what happened?
Well,
go ahead.
The reason why I say I think it would have been better for them to not even mention redemption. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, if you're going to keep talking about redemption, then you need to talk about why they're doing redemption, or just leave the whole thing alone. Because I think it had been like almost 20 years since.
Yeah, it's been
yeah. So it was one of the basketball players was murdered by a teammate in 2003.
It was 2003, wasn't it?
Yeah, the nname escapes my.
I know you're talking about.
Patrick, it was Patrick, didn't he?
Yeah. So that was the whole redemption thing. So it would be, if they keep mentioning redemption, so why did they have to do redemption?
What are they being redeemed from?
Yeah, I'm about to say what are they redeeming from? It's just one person.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole thing. It's like, if you're not going to talk about it, then just don't even mention it. It's like,
that's fair.
It's like he built this. They could have had it. He built this team from the ground up.
Pretty much.
And now at the mountaintop, and here we go, and just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
That's fair. I just was like, man, I don't want, because obviously none of these people were there. Right?
Exactly. Like, nowhere close to there.
Yeah, like some of them weren't even born yet.
Yeah,
so, like,
exactly.
I just felt. I mean, I don't know, man. I just be like, man, everything is about whatever. But I felt like if it was brought up, I wouldn't like that it was brought up, because it's like, what does that have to do with these people? None of them were there.
I think I have a narrative for everything or something, but I don't know what this is all about.
Right. And that's what I say. Like, they should have just left it alone. Redemption. Yeah. Don't even mention it. It's like, just talk about. All right, he built it from the ground up. It was a losing team, and he got it to the pinnacle of college basketball. So I think that would have been a better take on it. And then the women's tournament between the freshmen and Paige and UConn.
Oh yeah,
to the point guard
Ari McDonald.
Oh my God!
So y'all heard any news about if she actually can she come out?
She can't go. She is coming.
McDonald can.
She's coming out.
Paige.
That's not Paige. So Paige can't come out.
No,
right?
Paige can't. No,
they don't have a one and done in women's, which I don't know why. That's stupid.
All
But
4
22
years.
is a weird age, but you have to be 22 before you can declare.
Yeah, that's stupid. To me, it's just as bad as forcing the kids to go to college for the 1 year. It's like if they feel like they're good enough, then go get this money.
They treat the ladies like the NFL or something, man.
Exactly. Like they're
Right.
gonna wait till they get their women's body. Like for the NFL, I understand you got to get you got to get bigger before you going out there. But it's like that makes no sense for women basketball. But yeah, it was just watching between that. Who was it? UConn and Baylor game, which was madness at the end. That was a foul. Ooh. Everybody know. The lockdown that McDonald put down to win for Arizona to beat UConn, and then she almost won it for them. Almost got it over. Got them to beat Stanford. So it was a great one. It was a great tourney as well. Congrats to Stanford women pulling that thing out.
Yeah, there's a few of them that I want us to draft, but I don't know if they're eligible yet.
Like I said, one of them can't come out till 3 years down the line. I mean, it's crazy.
This is insane. I just don't get it.
She ready.
Listen,
she is ready,
bruh. It's
and she won Player of the Year.
Yes,
she ready.
There's a freshman at Purdue. I can't think of her name, but she filled the cup up just like Paige do, but she don't have a team around her, so it's not the same.
Yeah.
Paige go to Stanford or whatever. So. I mean,
so UConn.
Yeah. What was it? Stanford, UConn,
Notre Dame. Baylor.
Yeah. Baylor's still in there? It's the one of the top teams.
Oh,
yeah. They lost to UConn. But a bad no call.
Oh, okay.
I will say this about old girl that should have got a foul call. She was reckless the whole game. Not the whole game, but like that fourth quarter, she had like 2 offensive fouls. When they went on that run, like I was telling you, they went like that 19-0 run. UConn did. Like she had like 3 offensive fouls during that time, but she was just trying to go to the basket and try and draw a foul. So like if you look at that play, I'm not saying she didn't get fouled, but she obviously got fouled. But you could tell all she was doing was fishing for a foul call, not really trying to score.
Yeah.
So I'm not justifying that thing, huh?
Word. So I'm not justifying because she definitely got fouled. There's no question about that. But I think they were looking
That's
at
why
all she's been doing is bowling down the lane the whole game trying to draw a foul.
Right. Yeah, running through everybody.
Yeah, but Baylor got a squad, and they had a Didi Richards, I think her name is. They got hurt. She hurt her thigh, and she was having a hard time. They were killing her after that. But that tournament was fun, man, and I would argue that tournament was more fun than the men's tournament, just because there was a lot more closer games.
Yeah, it was better. Their seating was better.
The seating was almost perfect, bro.
Yeah,
because I think they had 2 number 1 seeds, a number 2 seed, and I forget where Arizona was.
They're number 2.
They were 2. Okay, so I think they may have had 2 1 and 2 2s then.
Yeah,
I think Baylor was a 2.
Yeah,
because they were talking about how Baylor and UConn should have been a Final Four matchup, but it wasn't because of their seeding. So they had to play in the was it the Elite 8?
It was Elite 8. It was Elite 8.
So that one round away, pretty much.
Exactly. 1 round too soon, basically. Yeah. But because of them getting seed number 2, they had to play in the Elite 8. Listen, fun.
Yeah,
fun.
It was some good basketball.
It was a lot of good basketball. I don't know, Relle and Darryl, I don't know if you have any thoughts on it. I just felt like we had to point them out because they balled out. It was like I can't not mention how
like I said, that girl Paige, man, she should be coming out, man.
She should be coming out.
One Player of the Year and all that. She's been balling, clearly the best player in college.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So still could be able to come out, man. I didn't even know they had that rule in college, women's basketball, that they had to go all 4 years. That might be something they might need to negotiate on their next CBA, which I think they had their CBA a couple years ago. They redid their. Remember they got a big portion on the marketing or whatever. Like the NBA is 50-50. I think in the MBW, I think it's like 40%. And it moved up to 40% or 35%, 40%. It wasn't 25%.
I know they bumped it up. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it went up from 25% to like, I want to say 40%. I could be wrong, but yeah. So they might need to see maybe when they do the I think they visit the CBA every like 3 years or something like that. So if when they revisit that, man, they might need to put that in there because she's one of those ones she deserves to be to get a chance to go to the league. She definitely be number one overall, bro.
Yeah, right there with the wings waiting for.
Listen, man,
flying up on the wings as he come on in there.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, it's not a topic, but I'm adding it anyway.
I was hoping.
I'm pulling the audible because I don't know how we didn't even think about putting this on the list.
Oh no, trust me, I was already thinking about it. I already know where you're going.
We gotta talk about those jerseys, man.
Oh yeah.
Talk about those jerseys.
Yeah.
So we this week Nike unveiled because this upcoming season for the WNBA is the 25th season, and so they have this whole rollout about just kind of commemorating the league as a whole from its inception to where it is now, and Nike's kind of done an overhaul with a lot of their stuff. Most recently, we've seen that they've completely overhauled their jerseys. The jerseys had kind of been looked at differently or kind of looked down on before because all it was like somebody's logo like slapped on there with like a little bitty patch of what the team was.
Yeah.
But like
looking real G League-ish.
Exactly.
Very G League-ish. So and then a lot of the women were complaining about the jerseys because the sleeves were like they had to keep rolling the sleeves up because they were too big and get away with how they shot.
Yeah, they do get like the thicker sleeves, bro.
Yeah, but they used to have them like remember the Sixers used to have the alternate jerseys that were like vests damn near.
Yeah.
They had them like that.
Yeah. I had that jersey.
Right, not that one.
Yeah, but not that one. Yeah.
They were super wide on the shoulders, and so you'll see a lot of times where the women will have them rolled up because it gets in the way of their shot. Yeah, so now Nike fixed that. They've got them a lot more fitting for them, so they're not always as loose, and they're a lot easier. They're more like the men's jerseys.
Well, I never understood why that was never taken care of a while back, man. That's not understood.
I don't know.
It is. It's all about having the right people in position for it.
Which now I'm hearing that they do.
That's
man.
true.
Now I'm hearing that they do. So like I said, I think that's all part of the marketing too, as far as like the revenue and them getting a certain percentage of the revenue now. I guess all that's part of the CBA too. Like I said, like you said, the fixing of the jerseys. But that jerseys are like men's jerseys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Them jerseys.
Yeah.
Fire.
You got some jerseys, bro.
I already know which one I'm getting from the wings. Cause man, listen.
I got a list, bro. I got a list.
Speaking of wings, I saw what was the girl's name to play for us? That went to Phoenix.
Oh, Candace.
Skylar, yeah.
Skylar.
Yeah, I saw her. She's modeling in that the Phoenix jersey, man.
I saw it too.
I was like,
damn it.
Yeah.
Listen,
I said that too.
We don't have enough time to talk about the ineptitude that is taking place in that organization, but they're changing it. We got a black woman coach now.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about him. I hope they gave Vicki Johnson, former WNBA player, now the coach for the Wings. So I'm excited. Enrique is a beast. Yeah, man. Enrique's
I'm ready for that jersey.
We got the first pick. I think it's the first pick, the second pick, the fifth pick, and the seventh pick.
Oh, yeah, this year. Like a football pick.
Well, listen, they got the first round picks on decky, so I'm hoping that they do something with that.
Yeah.
They got there's a forward out of UT. Huh? We kinda. Yeah. We kept Enrique Gumwale, so we good.
Yeah, exactly.
We got the corner.
We got a backcourt now.
Yeah, we got a backcourt. And so there's a big, I think she's a forward, a power forward out of UT that's supposed to be the number one pick in the draft. She's nice, bro.
And that's not a bad school to pick from, too. UT got a nice women's basketball
program. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. They better not mess that up. Listen, man, them jerseys I just want to shout them out. So I'm definitely getting it.
Like I said, I was hoping. I was waiting.
Man, I don't even know why. My bad. I'm slipping. But yeah, shout out to the ladies, man. That I'm excited for them because you kind of starting to see the tide turn a little bit where people are interested and people are looking at them as, I don't want to say equals, but the gap is closing.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate that. And I'm just hoping that with all the attention they got in the bubble, like people pay attention to the fact that like the women are really the trendsetters, bro. Like they're the ones that were like, how are we going to protest? What are we going to do? They met up to the plan. And Chris Paul kind of followed in their footsteps. A lot of the stuff that they did was a lot more stronger than what the NBA did in terms of wearing the shirts, holding out, not playing games. That started with them, and then the NBA kind of adopted it and followed suit. So I hope that the attention they got, especially with the whole Atlanta Dream situation, with them kind of turning the cheek to get old girl up out of there. I hope this is all kind of momentum for them, and that people start to really look at the actual product and see that it's actually entertaining, man. Like
it is,
and the fact that we have a team locally. You know, if you're in Dallas, you should go check out a Wings game. Those games are entertaining as hell.
It is. I've had fun every time.
It's worth it, man. Like, give them the attention, bro. Like, it's worth it. It's cheap. It's not expensive. Just go out there. I promise you, if you go, you'll enjoy it. So, shout out to the ladies, man. All right. Now that that's done, let's get awkward. So, Hubert Davis, brand new head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels basketball team, had an introductory speech or introductory press conference, and a question was brought to him about how he felt about the fact that, you know, he's African American getting this kind of opportunity and how this could potentially kind of be the start of, you know, a ripple effect of Black men getting more opportunities, or Black people in general getting more opportunities to coach at these high-level programs. And he just decided, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm just going to start talking about some other stuff.
Some stuff that went way left field.
Way left field, like, bro, nobody asked you about that.
Why are you way over
we over here, coach.
Exactly.
So his answer was a lot of, I'm proud to be Black and African American, not Black. He did make it clear to distinguish he's African American. But he also mentioned that he was proud his wife was white and that his kids were mixed, which wasn't.
He didn't elaborate or anything.
Question.
It was just straight to that.
Yeah. So, me personally, man, I know y'all remember, like, he used to play for the Mavericks, right?
Yeah.
And he actually went to my church when he was here. Like, as a kid, I remember seeing him go to my church. He went to my church. Robert Pack went to my church when he was here playing for the Mavericks. And Darvin Ham he went to my church also. Y'all probably, who the hell is that? But from NBA players. Not y'all. I mean, like, listeners, I apologize. So I've met Hubert on a couple of occasions because he went to my church. So I kind of feel bad because I know he didn't mean it like that, but that don't sound good, dude. Like,
clean it up.
What are you trying to accomplish, man? Like,
what do
you I think, I'm not gonna speak for him, but I think what he was trying to do was kind of talk about, I guess, maybe a level of equality in the fact that there is no, like, we saw each other as people, not as white versus Black or whatever. But he didn't say that. So it's like, you know, there's no way to really piece it together.
Yeah.
I want to go to Darryl because I can see his face and I want to know what you think about the whole thing. Because I was just like, fam, you cannot say that.
Say it. Check this out. I want to go into my Thomas mode right now. Shout out to Thomas.
No, I want you to.
Check this out, man. So, you know, so what was he thinking You know, I just don't understand what the whole thought process was when he decided to point out that his wife was white. We're talking about basketball.
Yeah, word.
The grass is green.
We're talking about basketball. We ain't talking about practice. We're not talking about a game. We're talking about practice.
No.
Not a game.
I'm bringing AI into this. We didn't need that. So now you got the whole world looking at you like, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
See, now I want North Carolina to lose every game they play. I hope Duke come in there and beat them twice. That's what I know. Because Hubert, if that's what you want to be, Hubert would have, you done messed up. You done messed up.
Oh my God. Bruh.
All bad.
Oh, bad.
Will, what's up? Will? How you feeling?
It was just weird. I just don't understand what was the point of it.
Yeah.
Like, you could say, yeah, just proud of the woman that she is.
Yeah.
Proud of my kids for this opportunity. Not that she's white, that they're mixed. And it's like, it's weird. The whole thing's weird.
Putting it lightly.
Yeah. Like, I don't have much to say about that. It's because they're just so weird to me.
Real?
Man, listen, bro. I know you saying that you understand where he's coming from. It's one of those cases where he's saying it and you sitting there like, okay.
Yeah.
And are you gonna elaborate on that?
Is there a point?
Exactly. Is there a point to that? It's like, because if you actually listen to the press conference, nobody baited him into that or anything. No. It was kind of weird. It's like, so where you going with that? You need to elaborate more on that. Like, yeah, I'm a black guy and my wife white. Okay.
Then
you just want to answer that? Or
nope.
Why do we need to know your wife was white? We're talking about, hey, what's your plan to bring the program back to prominence or whatever? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's a bad look, man. He ended up getting donkey of the day, bro, on Breakfast Club. And like I said, it's crazy, bro, because it's like, come on, man, you gotta be smarter than that, bro. Especially today's climate, bro. It's like, and I remember because Charlamagne made a good point with him. Like I said, I know he might not have meant what he said, or saying he probably meant a point to what he said.
Yeah.
But when the way that you put it, now you're going back to the stereotype of, okay, for me to be a successful black man, I got to go that route.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't want to put any more emphasis on it because we probably got people who listen to the show and stuff. But not being a successful black man, you got to go that route, and that's what it made it seem like to a lot of other people. You know what I mean? Just living up to that stereotype of a successful black guy. Bam, gotta give me one, like a white woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which, like, I'm not. If that's your preference, that's cool. I'm not saying don't date a white woman. I mean, but that's just that stereotype, what you kind of put out there. But I'm just saying. I mean, for those people who want to do that, that's your preference. I'm not knocking anybody. That's what they want to do. It's not different, but hey, do your thing. But yeah, that's how I look at it, bro.
I'll keep my comments to myself.
That's why I said I don't want to I don't want to dig too far into it, bro. I'm just like,
hey. Boy, is it not worth it? Never mind.
Yeah,
go ahead. Go ahead, Darryl. I know you're gonna say something.
All I'm gonna say is that Roy Williams should have not retired.
Bro, that threw me off when I heard this.
Just because of that statement, he should have stayed coaching.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Give it back. Give
Roy came into the press conference like, you know what? Never mind, move. I got this.
Give me the whistle back. Give me the whistle back.
And back.
He to me, he wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready for that spotlight.
Man.
But I can't even say that because it'd be different if somebody asked you and you answered it that way, but you volunteered that. Like that wasn't even like
that's what I'm saying. Well, I was like, when you hear it, you're like, you kind of had that emotional like, okay.
So where are you going? Where
you going with that? I'm confused right now. You just bust out my wife is white. Okay.
I
didn't ask you that, but okay. Is there a point to that?
We gave Hubert too much time. Let's go.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, man. Oh man, come on, fix yourself, man. Do better.
Hey, I don't succeed, but come on, we gotta do better. Exactly.
All right. Well, shout out to. No, never mind. I'm not going. Moving on. At Darryl's request. So one of the hot topics this week in regards to the NBA was ESPN released a list of what they consider to be the top 25 NBA stars under the age of 25. And it got it was met with a lot of criticism. I'll just say that much. With some of the placement. Not so much the names that are on the list, but just where they're placed on the list.
Go ahead and pop it up right here on the screen here. All right.
Sir.
So now y'all see it.
Now you see it. So I think universally, including Darryl, will agree that number one, we good. Number one, we ain't got to talk about that. We know what it is. Luka Don.
I really agree.
He's
I really agree.
I mean, have you seen him play? All right.
Jay, before you go on to it, we gotta elaborate on this. Like, this is not saying that this is how they rank them right now in the league. This is based off of they're projecting them in their future in the league. So kind of elaborate that so people don't have an understanding. I know a lot of people are mad online about some of the placements on this list and not understanding that this is what people project them to be in the future.
And to be clear, regardless of whether it's current or projected, Luka's still correct in the point.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
All right.
We're gonna talk about 2 through 22 or 25.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think where things start to where eyebrows start to raise is particularly at number 3, right?
Yeah.
So we have LaMelo, who's played 40 games, maybe if that many. Ahead of guys like Donovan Mitchell, like Jason Tatum, like Ben Simmons, like Devin Booker, like Trae Young, like Ja Morant, who obviously have played longer or have more experience, I would say. But again, to Relle's point, this is more about projection than current status and standing. So I'm gonna open up to y'all, so we can really just at least start with the top 10 and go further from there. So from top 10. Anybody stick out that shouldn't be there, that is there, or any issue with positioning in the top 10?
I have an issue with. Now, I like this kid, man. Don't get me wrong. But should Shai Gilgeous be that high?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That's not saying he's trash. And we all love Shai.
Yeah.
But 10, though?
He's a baller.
So I don't mind him at 10 only because
go ahead.
I'm
gonna say so when you put him up there, this is what you're saying. So you're saying you're saying that he's projected to be better than Michael Porter Jr.
Well, I know that's your boy, so I can't.
Better than Ja Morant.
Nah, yeah, better than Ja.
Now, okay. So here's the thing. Now, if I were to say that Shai should be at 10 or in the top 10, that's not me saying that Ja Morant shouldn't be ahead of him, or me saying that, Devin Booker shouldn't be ahead of him, whatever the case may be. I think based off what we saw from SGA last year with Chris Paul and where he is now, like, the progression is there to where I can see why somebody would think that. Whether I agree with it is a separate discussion, but I can see why he would be at 10. No higher than 10, but I think 10 is reasonable. But my issue is not so much about him being in 10 as it is about guys like B.I. being below him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jamal Murray being below him.
Yeah.
So I would put them in the top 10, but that don't mean I gotta take him out, I guess.
Now, you know what though?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him over Jamal Murray for this reason, bro.
So ice or hot?
Yeah. He's be off and on, man. And he's been doing that for the last how long he been in the league? 5 years now? 4 years or whatever?
At least 4.
Yeah, at least 4. Now maybe Jaylen Brown. That could be a toss-up. I can see that being a toss-up between either Shea or Jaylen.
What about B.I.?
I'm
going B.I. Especially New Orleans B.I. Yeah, absolutely.
So okay, let's do this thing. Because Will, you saying B.I. should be top 10?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what I would like to do is if we see someone who is not in the top 10 that you feel like should be in the top 10, I want to know who you're taking out of the top 10.
Yeah, you got to take somebody out. Because you know what? Because what I'm looking for, because I think the top 10,
we gonna tell the truth about De'Aaron Fox?
Bam should be up there.
Yeah.
We gonna tell the truth about De'Aaron Fox?
I was gonna drop him.
Oh yeah,
Fox and Bam. I was gonna drop them.
I can't drop Bam.
No, I'm not dropping Bam.
They don't make the finals last year without Bam.
Yeah, I'm not dropping Bam.
Drop Bam last year.
Bam getting better every year.
Yeah, I can't drop Bam. De'Aaron Fox gotta get out of my top 10 though. He has to get out.
Yeah.
But my thing is they're in the East. If you put Ingram in the East, I think he could do very well.
Hold on, so
that's not his fault though.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like he did what he played the people on the schedule. They beat the people in front of him, and I give him that. I'm just saying, like I think if Ingram had a situation like that, he will be able to thrive as well.
So you take Ingram over Bam?
There's no way I take.
I'm not taking Ingram over Bam.
There's no way.
There's no way I'm taking Ingram over Bam.
And there's no slight.
Yeah, there's no slight to him. Yeah, I just Bam. That's a different beast, bro.
There's no way in the world I'm taking B.I. over Bam.
What you got, Darryl?
Yeah, he quiet as heck down there, Darryl. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I mean, because y'all probably not gonna like what I'm thinking.
What you got?
You mean? Come on.
I'm ready.
It's the base, bro. We got this. What's up?
I was about to say that, Will.
I got about 4 people I'm taking out this top 10.
Ooh,
okay, come on with it. That's what. Come on with it.
Okay, so I'm taking De'Aaron Fox out.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I think we all agree.
I'm taking Shea out.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is probably gonna make y'all mad.
You should take Ben Simmons out, ain't you?
I'm taking Ben Simmons.
You know what? I'm not gonna be mad at you on that. I'm not mad at that either.
I get it.
Ben Simmons has not proven to me that he is top 10 material.
Not only that, Ben Simmons has had mediocre, consistent numbers. You know what I'm saying? He'll give you 15, 16, that's it. And being that talented, bro, and all you doing is give me 15 to 16 every year, there's no growth in this game. That's why I'm with you, Darryl. Why he's in here. So yeah, I agree with you. What's the other guy you got?
I'm taking Ben Simmons out. And now that I don't know, because he
dang, I forgot him though.
Yeah.
I would. So for me,
hold on. He got one more. What's the fourth one?
Yeah, I was tempted, but y'all talked me out of it. I was tempted to take Bam out this guy. I was tempted to take Bam out.
Bam up there, bro. Bam up there.
But y'all reminded me of the resume he had in the book. So
yes. Oh, come on.
That's why I changed my mind. I was tempted to move Bam out of it. But I kind of feel like, he started out with me. I love Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
I love John Moran.
Yeah.
And I think Michael Porter Jr. is gonna be better than what I've been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he should be higher, bro.
We know you think that.
Yeah, he should be higher, bro. Hill, Jai.
So hold on. So Darryl, so I just want to make sure. So obviously you taking De'Aaron out, you taking Ben Simmons out, you taking SGA out. Or was that anybody else?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So who are you? What three are you putting in to replace those three?
I'm putting Brandon Ingram up there. I'm putting John Morant and Michael Porter Jr.
Okay.
I argue with that.
Okay.
I argue with that. You know what? Can I say something?
You ready to say something? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Josh. What are you gonna
say? No, it's all you. Do your thing.
Another thing about the Ben Simmons thing, bro, like they do this, they doing this based off of projection.
Yep.
He's been the same the whole time he's been in the league.
Well, hold on. He made 2 threes this year, so
I'm sorry.
Let's give him credit.
Career high. So it's just like
I made 2 threes this year too.
Well, then you put yourself in the top 10, bro. What's up?
Hey, so you made 2 threes on Marty's goal that a little 8-foot goal he got. You know what I'm saying? So, if I'm like, bro, if I'm sitting there like, and I saw Ben Simmons in there, I'm like, I don't know why they have him in here. He's capped out. That's it. Unless he, like you said, unless he go in here and he start learning how to shoot threes or something, bro. Like I said, he don't gonna give you 15 to 16 points a game. That's it. He's giving you that consistently every
But that's not all that. Like
no, I understand. But it's like, but what all he gives you, that's all he gives you. He doesn't add anything to that. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like Donovan Mitchell has worked on being more efficient on his shots. You know what I'm saying? Jason Tatum is trying to learn how to be more of a facilitator.
Yes.
Zion Williamson, he still has room to grow. He's only been in the league 2 years. Sure. Devin Booker, I mean, he's learning how to be more of a leader and a facilitator. Remember last year he started getting more, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys are adding facets to their game and they're showing that they're adding. You know what I'm saying? There's an increase in their numbers. There is no increase in Ben Simmons' numbers. Yes, he's a good defender, a good rebounder, a good facilitator, but he has the same consistent numbers across the board for the last like 3-4 years. And I think he's more up there for name, you know what I'm saying? Instead of actually looking at the projection that he's going to be going towards.
So let me put you in the hot seat real quick then. So if you're taking him out and we taking De'Aaron out, I think everybody's taking De'Aaron out.
Yep.
That's 2. Is there anybody else you would take out? And then obviously follow would be who would you put in their place?
Give me Shea too.
So, okay.
You know what? Hold on, let me see. Okay, if I'm taking the 2 out, I'm putting Michael and Ja out there. They disrespecting Ja, bro.
For sure.
They disrespecting Ja.
I don't know how he's down there.
I don't know either. You know, and I know this, I'm not making this it's not to be funny, but look at her to buy at 24 and 25. You telling me that Lonzo Ball has a better projection than Colin Sexton, bro? Like, I think Lonzo is what he is, bro. Colin's gotten better the last 3 over the past 3 years or whatever.
I think my argument with Colin would kind of be, I mean,
he's way more efficient this year. Way more efficient.
But what else is he doing besides scoring? Because that's my thing is like, I feel like that same argument, well, not argument, but if we're looking at Ben Simmons not adding nothing to his game, outside of Sexton being more efficient as a shooter, what else is, if he's not adding to his game, which he has not been in the league as long as Ben Simmons. So that's
but the thing is with Colin, though, his numbers are increasing. Like Ben Simmons' numbers have been consistent for the last like 3-4 years or whatever.
Well, from you saying Collins from an offensive perspective, he's improving, right? Or from a scoring perspective, he's improving, right? I'm just saying is his assist and is that improving as well, or is he just becoming more of a scorer?
I think with the no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I look at him the way I was saying I look at least for now. The way I look at Donovan Mitchell, like Donovan Mitchell don't do nothing but score.
I can see that. That's fair.
You don't really help the team no other way. We talked about that a couple shows ago about how the first time he had a double was this year.
And I kind of figured you were gonna say that too, but he is kind of like an East version of like Donovan Mitchell.
That's what it is. I mean, and that's no slight to either one of them. But I see what you're saying. 25 is how is he at the bottom? But okay, so for you would put Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, you said, or John Morant?
John Morant.
John Morant. Okay.
I think they got Jamal Murray right. I think they got him
13 for
because
it's fluctuation.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. It's just like what Jamal Murray you gonna get? Because this year he's struggling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He kind of trash this year.
Yeah. So,
all right, Will, what you got, man? You taking anybody out, and if you are, who are you replacing them with?
I'm moving Devin Booker up higher. He's going to be at. I move him up to 6 because De'Aaron Fox is getting out.
Yeah, it's crazy how they got him over Devin, bro. That makes no sense.
I'm removing De'Aaron Fox out the top 10. I'm putting Ben Simmons. He might be at number 10, maybe 11, primarily defense and his rebounding. So he's so great at that he deserves to be right there.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying he's not a good defender or rebounder. It's just like he's just his like there's no increase in anything on his numbers, man. It's like it's a consistency all the way through. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to add anything to his game. Like all the other players, you can say what they added to their game that helped increase them. You know what I mean? Or make them put them on here for this projection. Even De'Aaron Fox. You know what I'm saying?
I'm swapping LaMelo and Tatum because it ain't no way that Tatum ain't top 3 on this list.
I'll talk to him.
Tatum is number 3.
If you want to talk about just scoring, bro.
That's true. He's got a little better defensively, a little bit better.
Well, no. Yeah, he's a good defender. But just on the offense end, that's all he does is score, though. Like, LaMelo can do it all. He can rebound, can score, and facilitate.
But he ain't 3, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
LaMelo ain't 3, bro.
Nah. I don't know.
Nah, we not doing this.
We ain't doing this. We ain't doing this.
That sample size is too small, bro.
It's just like
Zion's sample size was not that good at first.
Yeah, they got him at number 2. And I think they're doing that because he's fired this year.
But he had a good bubble, and then he got better this year too.
Nah, he's struggling in the bubble.
Before, now think about this last year when his projection was and how great everybody said he was going to be.
Well, that was
sample size was small as well.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I think him being ranked last year where he was a mistake because there's like, what are you basing off of? Duke?
Yeah.
Who are you playing, Duke?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. I'm not trying to poo-poo on LaMelo because I mean when he played well.
Yeah.
But damn, 3, bro. Like so.
Shout out to B Black, man. B Black.
Yeah, he called it, man. I gave his props. I gave his props, man.
Shout out to B Black.
I gave his props. He's right. I was just like, I was kind of like, man, I gotta wait and see first, man. I didn't think he was gonna be that effective already, man. He's pretty good. I don't see as far as I know. And let me ask you a question because let's see what y'all think about this. I was just probably just throwing this around my brain here. But what about Donovan Mitchell and Tatum? Y'all think they should switch them? Or is that right? Okay, pretty much the same type of player.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
He said Tatum's 3.
Yeah, Tatum's at 3.
No, I'm talking about Tatum and Donovan. You think he's switch?
Tatum and Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's putting them ahead of him. He's moving them up.
Yeah. I moved Tatum at 3. Mitchell stays at 4, and LaMelo goes to 5.
Bro, I put Bam over Devin Booker, bro. I mean, outside of Devin Booker, Ben Simmons.
No, that's understandable.
I did. Yeah. I left Bam where he was. I moved Ben behind him at 10 or 11. With De'Aaron out of the top 10 and Shai Gilgeous, I'm putting John Morant in the top 10. And then also I put Porter in as well. Because when he balls, he balls.
So everybody rattle off your top 10 real quick.
So my top 10 is go Luka, Zion, Tatum, Donovan, LaMelo.
Let's check out. I'm talking to you.
6. Who did I put at 6? 6 is going to be Devin. 7.
Bro.
7. I'll go. Actually, I'll move Bam up. So Bam will go up to 7. 8 will be Ja. 9, I will do Porter, and then 10 will be Ben Simmons. That's fine.
They disrespected Ja. I'm sorry, bro. They disrespected that man.
Can I just also say something else? There's no way DeMontis Sabonis should be 18.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that too. I didn't say nothing though.
That's we're not doing that.
I'm not putting I put Tyrese over him, bro. Tyrese Halliburton, I put him over Sabonis. And that's no disrespect. Sabonis is nice, bro. But
no, I'm saying he should be higher than 18.
Oh, you think so?
Hell yeah. Have you seen what?
No. I was like, hey, I was a fan of his father, so I know.
Bro,
yeah,
he should be, and he's talking team. Like,
he definitely over Mikal. That's no disrespect. Mikal is solid, nice defender, whatever. He over him.
Yeah, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be there.
Hey, you put him over.
What you gonna say, Relle?
No, what's it?
No, I was gonna say I feel like Halliburton is better than De'Aaron Fox.
Ooh.
Good night, everybody.
That's just my.
I mean, it's not. It's. I don't know if I think that's. I don't know if that's. Well, I guess it is a hot take, but
it's definitely a hot take.
I don't think it's outside the realm of, like, I don't think it's just like a crazy take, but
you hear nobody arguing.
The sample, it's sample size to me, man. That's the only thing with him. He's been great. Don't get me wrong. First of all, I don't know why they drafted him. Like, I mean, he's good, obviously, but it's like, if you're gonna commit to De'Aaron Fox, then why are you drafting another point guard? Like, because
they said they did it because he could play more off the ball, which is what he's doing.
But don't you think you can maximize him better as a point guard? Like, that's what he played.
But they're not committed 100% to De'Aaron Fox to be drafted as well.
Well, I mean,
they just paid him.
They paid him like they committed to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand that. They draft Luka, so I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know either. Now you know what it is too, man. Nowadays they do the two ball handling backcourts now, which is why I remember Dallas ended up getting Jalen Brunson when they got Luka. You know, they wanted a parent in the back. They can handle the ball and play.
But I think it was clear that Jalen was a backup, not starting, or not like that. Like Tyrese is like he getting minutes. Like, and Jalen is too. But I'm saying, like, you drafted Jalen the first pick of the second round. You didn't draft Tyrese as like a lottery pick.
Yeah,
so it's like, what are you doing? Like, who knows? They don't know what they be doing out there anyway.
I don't even know who in charge of it.
Yeah, what's up, Darryl?
Is there anybody not on this list that you feel like should be on this list?
Under 25 is what I get caught up on because I don't know people's ages
I
like
don't know
that.
people's ages either.
Maybe. How well has RJ Barrett been playing?
Oh. No, he been balling this year, man.
Top 25 though?
Yeah. So
nah.
they had not an article, but there's an article too, but they had a video on him on ESPN talking about that. Guy was sitting, he was like, yeah, he don't know why he's like quietly doing work and nobody's talking about him. Like his efficiency got better, his defense got better, his playmaking got better, his scoring got better, and nobody's been talking about him.
I'll take off.
Yeah,
maybe I'll take off Lonzo. Maybe.
And then you got Jay's favorite player, Jonathan Isaac.
I don't hate Jonathan Isaac.
I know. That's what I said. He's your favorite player.
He just. Why is he here?
What is he, bro? Like, he wants to pick the play that's confusing. It's like, as soon as you think soon as you think you figured him out, it's like, oh, he got hurt again, so we ain't gonna never figure it out. Like, damn it, okay, now he's getting better. Okay, now he's hurt. Okay, now he's getting better. No, he's hurt again. It's like,
how old is Karis LeVert?
Oh, he said, remember we found out he was like 26 or 27 or something like that?
Okay, all right, cool. All right, just checking. I mean, I can't think of anybody on top of my head that should be on here that's not. Did you have somebody, Darryl, that you thought was the win supposed to be on?
I was just asking.
Yeah.
You sure your boy THT not supposed to be on there?
I'm sure. Oh, my bad. That's a Darryl question. My bad. That's a Darryl question.
Yeah, THT ain't made it there yet, dog. He coming, but he ain't there.
Man, he one of them dudes. He got to go to another team and flourish, man.
Just like
I'm not saying he ain't solid, but I'm just saying, like, to really just take that next level, he can't be behind LeBron and them. He got to be have his own team.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Kyle Kuzma is under 25 years old, but
he not on here. He not on here.
Yeah, he not. I agree.
He should be. He should be.
He was heading in that direction. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
LeBron and AD happened. That's what happened.
That's about right.
He's on the wrong team. He's a good fit for us as far as bench wise, but it's in order for him to flourish. He flourished when you had B.I., Lonzo, that cast. He was flourishing then because it was more, you can do your thing with that kind of cast of players, that young crew. But when the King came to town and then the Bride came, it was like, okay, now you got to go.
And see, I would feel like you would feel less pressure because you're not expected to do as much. So you should kind of be freed up to be more, to not feel like the spotlight on you.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the second team.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to be the third option? That's
you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
That's a difficult task to be the third option.
You're right, because we kill Hardaway all the time. So I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
Hey, who would you rather have, Darryl, Hardaway or Kuzma?
I'm keeping Kuzma all day.
Damn, all day? Not even like a thought about it?
All day.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take Tim Hardaway Sr. I'll take Hardaway Sr.
I'll take him too.
Oh, man. Anybody would take Hardaway Sr., bro.
Not Mavericks version.
Yeah, no, not the Magic version.
He was watching. He was watching. That boy was watching when he came here.
I'm taking the Golden State version over the
Miami. Ooh. That's a different topic. That might be.
Yeah.
I want to take the should be in the Hall of Fame, Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, most definitely.
How is he not? Sorry.
That's a different topic for a different day. It
is. You're right. Any more top 25 discussions? I didn't hear nobody mention Trae Young throughout this whole.
Bro, tell me why I was just sitting there thinking it. I'm surprised that y'all brought up Trae Young, bro.
So do we feel like he's properly rated at 16?
You gotta show me.
We all know that y'all hate Trae Young.
I don't hate Trae Young.
I hate Trae Young, bro.
I just don't like him. There's a difference.
No, I like Trae Young, bro. I just gotta admit that,
we're not allowed to.
He just doesn't. I don't know. And then with all those reports and stuff that came out about how he was, handling the team and how he was with his teammates and all that stuff, man. And his play on the court, it's just
you can't have a
I'm good, bro.
Should Mikal Bridges be this high?
No. No.
Not over Tyrese. Not over Tyrese.
Collins be that low.
No, he should not be that low. Yeah, I think Tyrese should be Tyrese should be higher. But then again, we gotta be fair. Who are we bringing down? So if we move in
Mikal Bridges
and who else? Because we said Collins too.
What about Anthony Edwards?
I think he's properly rated at 19.
Yeah, he's probably right there. Because for him, man, he's a volume shooter. Like I think they said ever since I forgot the date. Like he's been averaging like 24 shot attempts, bro.
Oh, he's been putting them up.
Yeah.
Whenever
and not efficiently either, bro.
When D'Angelo went down, he was okay.
Just chunking. So he was ISOing and chunking him, bro. That's all he was doing, bro. I was like,
he got the green light now that he's gone. So you can shoot as much as you want to.
Yeah.
What do we feel about Jared Allen?
I think he should be higher than 23.
Very
You think he
underrated.
should be high?
That dude is nice. Man. Like I still don't know why.
He should be over Mikhail. I know that. I mean, I know they both of them are defensive-minded players, but Mikhail is a role player at best, bro. At best. Like a lot of these guys on here, you can see their star potential. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see star potential with Mikhail Bridges, bro. Nah, I think it's close.
That's what he does. That's his role. He's a 3-and-D guy. So he started like
so then get his ass up. He should be on the list then. You gotta get out.
Like I said, he on there, but RJ not. Like, nah, something ain't right there.
I
would take RJ over you. I'll take RJ over you.
I haven't seen a whole lot of Knicks games. All the ones I see, he building a house. So I'm not particularly interested in him. But I think he does have upside. But boy, that boy, listen, he ain't made a shot he don't like ever.
Yeah, definitely a chunker
for sure. All right, fellas, we'll put a bow on it. But I think these lists are made this way for us to have these type of discussions because I know damn well I really don't think LaMelo's 3. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know you do. I know three don't, but I can't. I can't see it. I can't. And I'm not hating on him because he's top 10.
Okay.
3? Okay. Any more comments on the list before we roll out? No.
The only person I feel like that if I had to take LaMelo out and put somebody in, I would have to put Jason Tatum in. I would agree with you. I would have to put Tatum in. If I'm moving Melo, I'm putting Tatum.
Where are we? I'm sorry. I know you're right though. Where are we? Where is Devin Booker going? Where is he at? He ain't 8.
Number 6.
I said 5 for me. Top 5.
He's top 5, bro. To me. Are you kidding me?
So,
like
you got one more year left too, man.
You moving Donovan Mitchell down?
I would move Donovan Mitchell down. I would.
I wouldn't be.
Yeah, we know Jay would.
I would. Yeah, and I he's top 10 still.
He's in top 10.
I like Devin Booker. I do. I like Devin Booker. I think I would put Devin Booker over Donovan Mitchell at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Because even from what I saw last night against the Clippers, what Devin Booker was doing last night, that's a
Friday boys.
Dude. Yeah, that's a different guy. He not that I'm just gonna shoot type of guy no more. Devin Booker is a different monster now. I don't know what happened, but some woke up in the
Chris Paul probably.
Yeah, probably Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul probably. Because he's listen, y'all. Listen, man. Let me put a bow on this. Y'all act like I just say he's the worst player. That's not what I said. All I said was people talking about he.
Hey man, what Thomas said?
Yeah, well, let me bring Thomas in this, man. No, but I'm just like I give him crap. I'm not saying he's trash, but they people say, oh, he's one of the best point guards there played. And I'm like, okay. But he's always been the player that makes his teammates better. They just don't win nothing. So that's all I'm saying. But no, but he does have that effect. You saw like last year with SGA. SGA took a leap, and he sustained that leap even though Chris Paul left. Mm-hmm. I think the same can be said about what Devin Booker's doing, about how his game is overall. And obviously, we know he can score, but we're starting to see improvements overall, like you just mentioned about the game last night. I can't say that's not Chris Paul. I'm sure there is some effect from Chris Paul that's influencing how his game has changed. So I don't look.
Hey, I mean, look, I think he's going off of the conversation between you and Thomas, bro.
No, that was a one-way conversation. That was a one-way conversation. I stopped responding because I was like, all right, you just bored now, so I'm gonna let you get your story.
Oh man,
Phoenix,
I love that dude, man. Shout out my boy Thomas.
Yes, sir, big time. What's up,
what about DeAndre? How do you feel about DeAndre?
He's fine where he's at.
Did you see him get dunked on?
Yeah, I saw it. I watched the whole game.
Yeah.
I saw it. I mean,
he's where he. I think that's appropriate for him. I think
you know
it's appropriate for him.
I forgot about. I was one more thing before we go. Bro. I know we first on time.
Yeah.
I compared the top 3 in this draft to the top 3 in the Luka draft, and let me explain why. If you look at Anthony Edwards, is solid. He's not the best of the 3, but he's solid. DeAndre Ayton. The second one, what's the boy name?
Marvin Bagley.
That's who's not on this list.
There's a reason.
Well, he's supposed to be.
He's not supposed to be on the list.
Yeah.
So then I have.
Wait! Stop out. You're right. You're absolutely right.
That's why I was saying a comparison. I was like, James Wiseman. It means the first one you have Anthony Edwards, you got DeAndre Ayton. Both of them are very solid. They putting up numbers, they solid or whatever. Then you got both number 2. You got Wiseman, you got Bagley. They both just like, eh. Then you got the third one. You got LaMelo, you got Luka. It's like, bruh. Parallel, but
I can't disrespect Wiseman to put him in the same categories, man.
You know what though? Let me say something, bro. I don't know we press on time. Sorry.
You good.
But the thing about it is, so I was watching something the other day, man, talking about the Golden State Warriors. This guy had a perfect point. So everybody talking about how brilliant the Golden State Warriors are, right? How they put this team together and all this old stuff. So the guy was saying, if you think about it, that team was technically put together before.
Well, of course.
Yeah, before he
Mark
got
Jackson
there, right?
did that.
Yeah, Mark Jackson. Yeah. And so he was saying that they lucked up on Kevin Durant. Then on top of that, Bob Myers was not the one that put that team together. That team was put together before he got there. So they made it sound like just this whole intelligent team that figured stuff out way before anybody else. Then he was talking about Steve Kerr's coaching style. If you look at a coach like Greg Popovich, he has changed his coaching style to fit each era of basketball. Steve Kerr has the exact same coaching style no matter what personnel he has on the floor. Like Greg Popovich has played in a half-court set where they dump it down low. He's played in a motion offense when he got Ginobili and Parker. And he's played in an ISO motion when he got Kawhi Leonard. He's changed his style depending on his personnel. Steve Kerr's not doing it. He's sticking to that style no matter who his personnel with, which goes back to Wiseman. That's why Wiseman is struggling. They're not using him right. He's a rim runner. They're not doing it. And he's more of a elbow player. They're not putting him on the elbow to let him be effective. And it's like, bro, you're gonna hinder him, bro, and you're gonna handicap this dude for the rest of his career if y'all don't use him correctly.
That's the Draymond Green.
Oh my God. Yo, we done. I'm not talking about Draymond.
I was waiting on Relle. I wanted to see Relle's face.
We not talking about Draymond.
But no, I agree. They're not changing. And then if you think about that Golden State Warriors team, they relied a lot on Jerry West to put that team.
That's absolutely correct.
And that's what I'm going to get to too. He's the one that helped architect put that team together, bro.
Yeah, once he left, it was kind of like
and they get a whole lot of credit as an organization as far as like, oh, they're geniuses. Like the people who are in place right now aren't the ones who put that team
together. We're not
together.
there.
Yeah, we're there. So. And
I think that's one of those things, like, and you get to see how good the coach is when the personnel isn't there, right?
Yep.
With Clay and played in 2 years. We saw KD go down, and he was out for the majority of that, the run they had that year.
Right.
And now that both those guys are not available, and it's just Stephen, he's been hurt. So I think Steve Kerr will get a pass because of the fact they've been here so hard with the injury bug that they'll use that as an excuse to, not be in a rush to get rid of him. And I'm not saying they should get rid of him, but you got to be careful with new coaches being put in situations where they got these super teams. Like Steve Nash got to be careful, bro, because that he's got the opportunity, which is great, but once KD leaves, or once Kyrie leaves, or once James Harden leaves, which they're not going to stay there the rest of their career, it's not happening. Right. So once they leave, are you still good enough as a coach to maintain the level of success that you are establishing with that super team?
I agree about
that. Steve got to be careful. Both Steve got to be careful.
Yeah, Steve Nash definitely got to be careful, because who did he study
under?
That's also true.
Shots fired.
That's also true. Oh, I know you. Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Shots
fired. I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah, no, it's the truth. Still shots fired, but it is true.
Yeah, you got to be careful. But if you lose with the team that you got, you deserve it. I mean, I know my team got 2 superstars. They got 2 superstars.
85.
Oh, we almost let you off the hook. Hold up, time out. Just real quick, and we're done. But I just want you to give a pulse check, man. I want to see how you're doing. I want to see what's going on with the squad, man. When can we expect the guys to come back and give y'all an opportunity at a late run, man, to get climbed back into the thick of the Western Conference? How are we looking right now? What's going on, man? So let me give you the floor.
At this current moment in time, I've been reading and have reports that AD will be back at the end of our road trip, and will be returning around April 16th against the Celtics.
So in a week, okay.
We will not see LeBron until the end of April. So hopefully, Dennis Schroeder, I hope you're watching, because my you want this $84 million, but you ain't getting that $84 million type of number.
Right.
0 for 7 just Dennis Schroeder. You make one layup in the fourth quarter. That's what I'm at.
Hey, he want to start the mess contract. You right here going 0 for 7.
Yeah. Listen, man.
I need for you to step it up and get, lead this team till the 2 big dogs get back in there, because I can't take watching the team slide until it's played. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Just hold down the fort.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
KCP had 25 last night. I was proud.
Ooh, okay, KCP.
He had 25 in the but Schroeder, I'm talking to you, brother. You can't be asking for this 84 million.
Word. Yeah, man. We all, we talk about the Mavs all the time, but we got you on the show, but we got to at least give you an opportunity to get some off the chest if you feel like you get off the chest. So I wanted to make sure we had the opportunity to do that.
I want to make sure I always give the flow to the Mavericks. I know where I'm at. I know where I live.
Yeah. I understand. All right, fellas, we can go ahead and put a bow on this one. As usual, man, like I said, appreciate Relle and Darryl for joining us in this episode of Jay and Will. Like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I say it at the end of every one of them. Penny, shout out to Penny. Jet, I see you. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Lost Term Production is the channel. You know what to do when you get there. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Will, appreciate you as always, man. It's always a pleasure. And we appreciate you guys' support. We are out.
Yes, sir.